Hey, it's Beth from Spari. We want to thank you all so much for looking at our videos over the last several weeks. We've been receiving phenomenal questions and feedback. And as my sister and I looked through those videos, we realized that we had missed the boat on something. We had completely forgotten to tell you why we are so passionate about financial planning and the huge impact that it can have in people's lives. I've been a financial planner for over 15 years, and I've seen just huge transformations that it can make for people. Did you all know that the number one cause of fights in marriages has to do with finance and money? And I just feel so horrible about this statistic because I know that this can be so easily avoided. It was about a week or two ago. I was talking to one of my good friends. She and her husband have been married for about 8 years. And she said, Beth, we have this fabulous relationship. We love each other, but we just can't seem to get on the same page on our finances. She said, I've been working full time and I want to go to part time, but we just don't even know if we can afford to do this. And she said, the biggest issue is, she said, Beth, I'm almost embarrassed to even say this. Part of the reason is we don't even have an idea of what we have. We don't even know where to start to figure out if we're on the same, if we're able to afford this financially. So I started to talk to my friend about the purpose of financial planning. And I always feel like I'm a broken record here because I say this over and over again to all of my clients when I talk about the purpose of financial planning. I say all of us have a ton of life decisions to make. We have to decide where we're going to live, what type of job we're going to have, how many kids we're going to have, are we going to take vacations or not take vacations? And all of these decisions, we have a variety of lenses that we look through when we make these decisions. It has to do with what makes us happy in life, what works with our family. These decisions have an impact on the people that we spend time with. But all of these decisions also have a financial impact. And I often find that when people don't understand the financial impact of their decisions, that then creates a ton of stress in their own life and can also result in stress and friction in a marriage and in a family. So the purpose of financial planning is to, first of all, take inventory of what you have and then have a game plan in place so that when you go to make these life decisions, like can you go from full-time work to part-time work, or does it make sense to move, and what are the costs going to be associated with that, or the new house that you may want, that you have a plan in place for the financial impacts of these decisions. So when you go to make these decisions, you know what the financial impact is going to be. Now, this doesn't mean that you make these decisions purely based off of the finances, but again, it puts you in a position where you have a game plan that you know that you're still going to have your financial life together despite the decision. So back to my friend that I mentioned before. I sat down with her and her husband. First of all, we got a good understanding of what they had in the first place. We got an understanding of how much they were spending. They said, Beth, the money is just flying out the door. And so we got a handle on where the money was going. We also got a good understanding of their overall financial situation, and we put a game plan in place. And it turned out that they absolutely could afford for her to go part-time. I see over and over again the amount of stress that is reduced in this financial planning process. And I am always amazed that I hear over and over again from my clients that the process has brought joy back to their marriage. And this just blows me away. This is pretty powerful to talk about bringing joy back into their marriage and into their family. And that's why my sister and I created Spari. Up until now, there were really no options for families to have affordable financial planning advice that could allow them to reduce the stress that money was causing in their lives. So Spari offers financial planning at a very affordable rate. And I have a surprise for you. Emily and I have been working on a secret project. We'll be letting you know more about that in the next month, so stay tuned.